Hello and welcome back to another Cyberphile Let's Play. This time we're playing Bioshock. The original, the first one, this is the remastered version. So, it looks great. I will talk more about the game as I play it, but for now we're just going to hit new game. Sure. We're just going to play on medium difficulty. And, yeah, so the whole reason I'm playing this game is because A, I love it, and B, one of my loyal viewers is my father, and he says he would really like to see the story of this game. And I know that you guys love story content games, and I talk about the stories of games, so we're playing Bioshock. But for now, I'm going to shut up so you can watch the opening cinematic. 1960, Mid-Atlantic.
They told me, son, you're special. You were born to do great things. You know what? They were right.
Bioshock. So, fun fact, the first time I ever played Bioshock, I stayed on this screen for a long time because I didn't know that I could actually start playing now. I totally thought it was still part of the cutscene, and I was blown away by the graphics back when I first played this on PlayStation 3. Or honestly, maybe I played the Xbox 360 version first because it came out for 360, I think, a few months before the PlayStation 3, and I had both. I'm not sure, but boy do I love the visuals of this. Again, this is the remastered version. This does look a little bit prettier. I don't think I have all the graphics amped all the way up because I was worried about how both recording and the game would play with each other. So we'll see how it goes. Real quick, I'm gonna just check the settings and make sure that subtitles are on. Okay, because that'll make things a lot better. I also turned art subtitles on. So basically you crash in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, and there's just this random lighthouse in the middle of it. Door closes behind you. No gods or kings, only man. In what country is there a place for people like me? Andrew Ryan. The Great Chain. Hope you like Art Deco, because you're going to see a lot of it. Science. Industry. What's over here? Art. Okay. Into the bathysphere. This is one of the coolest intros to any game ever. I love this game. This is like on my list of like favorite games. Maybe in the future I'll make a you should be playing video for this game. Let me know what you think of sort of having double the content, I guess, on here. But anyway, dialogue time. Time for me to shut up. Fire at your fingertips. Incinerate. Plasmids by Ryan Industries.
I am Andrew Ryan, and I'm here to ask you a question. Is a man not entitled to the sweat of his brow? No, says the man in Washington, it belongs to the poor. No, says the man in the Vatican, it belongs to God. No, says the man in Moscow, it belongs to everyone. I rejected those answers. Instead, I chose something different. I chose the impossible. I chose rapture. Where the artist would not fear the censor, where the scientist would not be bound by petty morality, where the great would not be constrained by the small. And with the sweat of your brow, rapture can become your city as well.
Super cool setting. I know Bioshock isn't exactly new or anything, but back then, man, this was so cool. I still think it's really fucking cool. I'm a big fan of all of the Shock games. System Shock, Bioshock, Prey, I think, is kind of like a Shock game. The genre is called, I forget the genre, I'll flash it on screen.
One more minute. Spear's coming up now. Johnny, security's banging off all over. Get a move on.
Just don't hurt me. Just let me go. Oh my God.
Is it someone new?
Boy, the visual effect is not like that on my computer. Sorry if that looks terrible.
Would you kindly pick up that shortwave radio?
I don't know how you survived that plane crash, but I've never been one to question Providence. I'm Atlas, and I aim to keep you alive. Now keep on moving. We're gonna have to get you to higher ground. Take a deep breath and step out of the bathysphere. I won't leave you twisting in the wind. We're gonna need to draw her out of hiding, but you're gonna have to trust me.
Fuck, I love this aesthetic. We're not your property. Ryan doesn't own us. Rapture is dead. All bathysphere travel is now denied. I'm going to be looking at a lot of things, and I'm going to be trying to basically 100% it. Looking at all of the audio logs and stuff like that, so you can really get an idea of what Rapture is if you've never played this game. You've never experienced the excellent story. You should not have come in blood.
Just a bit further. How do you like that, sister? Now, would you kindly find a crowbar or something? Bloody splicer. Seal Johnny in before they... Goddamn splicers.
We got our first weapon, a wrench.
I didn't mean to hurt anyone.
Which I believe is a Half-Life reference. Because he says find a crowbar, which is obviously the weapon that you get in Half-Life. But I think in Half-Life, they say find a wrench or something to swing, and you find a crowbar instead. November 5th, 1946. One man's vision, mankind's salvation. This is also kind of a scavengery game, so I'll be looking through things. So not only by exploring will we get important story bits and interesting backstory and lore, but I'll also get items to help me do better in the game. Electro Bolt. Let's power up, boys! Needles always wig me out, but in this game they never bothered me for some reason.
Steady now. Your genetic code is being rewritten. Just hold on and everything will be fine.
This little fish looks like he just had his cherry popped. Wonder if he's still got some Adam on him. Let's buck. Weak! You're a weak chopper. This little fish ain't worth towing it with no big daddy. Yellow! Always have been. You'll be no better off with a metal daddy, little fish. See you floating.
I gotta start working weak chopper and yellow into my book of insults. So cool. Very, very cool design, based on really old diving helmets.
Look, Mr. Bubbles, it's an angel. I can see light coming from his belly. Wait a minute, he's still breathing. It's alright. I know he'll be an angel soon.
You alright, boyo? First time plasma's a real kick from a mule. But there's nothing like a fistful of lightning now, is there?
Super cool. I love the idea of plasmids just having basically magic. As you can see, Rapture is kind of falling apart. I mean, especially when pieces of a plane crash into it. Okay, so the thing about alcohol, if you drink too much of it, your vision will get all woozy. And I think alcohol increases your health but lowers your EVE, and cigarettes do the opposite. And EVE is basically your MP, your magic power.
Slicer! Give him the combo. Zap him, then whack him. 1-2 punch. Remember, the 1-2 punch!
So that's the really strong combo for both early game and actually if you decide to play a wrench build. Because you can do sort of builds in this game. Oh, poor kitty. But the Electro Bolt into the wrench is very strong, especially on easier difficulties. Like we're playing medium. I have beaten this on Survivor, I believe, in the past. Because I've beaten this game so many times. Not on PC though, I've only beaten it once on PC, and boy, my computer really does not like that sparkling. Hopefully it doesn't look too bad to you guys, but I guess we'll find out. Okay, moving on. Time to learn a little bit about Rapture. From our new friend Atlas.
Listen, I've got a family. I need to get them out of here. But the splicers have cut me off from them. If you can reach them in Neptune's bounty, then maybe, just maybe, know you must feel like the unluckiest man in the world right now, but you're the only hope I'll ever see my wife and child again. Go to Neptune's bounty. Find my family, please.
A little bit of hand holding with the arrows, but not much. It tends to not be there very often. I forget if crouching actually does help you sneak or not. I knocked it out of the cradle, but there was just a pistol in there.
Changed everything. They destroyed our bodies, our minds. We couldn't handle it. Best friends butchering one another. Babies strangled in cribs. The whole city went to hell.
Get rid of that guy. Headshot to where it's at, boys. Gonna do lots of damage. Okay, but time to do a little bit of exploring. Get ready for lots of weird and disturbing imagery. Personally, I love it. It's like a great... It's basically a horror game. Horror action.
If you spot a splicer in the water, hit him with the electrobolt.
Boom! Toaster in the tub, baby! Bioshock 2 is very, very good as well. I don't think the story is quite as strong as Bioshock 1, but the gameplay is definitely better. You can like dual wield plasmids and weapons.
Another New Year's, another night alone. I'm out and you're stuck in Festus, working. Huh. Imagine my surprise. Oh, I guess I'll have another drink. Here's a toast to Diane McClintock, silliest girl in Rapture. Silly enough to fall in love with Andrew Ryan. Silly enough. What happened? Oh, I'm bleeding. Oh, God. What's happening?
Is that no?
So there's going to be a lot of quiet from me in this playthrough, because whenever there's dialogue, I want you guys to hear it. What I just played was an audio log, so that's going to be how we're going to find the majority of the story. And that's a big holdover from System Shock, which this is basically a spiritual successor to. And I love System Shock.
I'm too spliced up. Nobody's gonna want me.
Nothing wrong with some ghosts, right?
Hey, Brenda, you care to tell me why you've had a hole in the wall the size of Plymouth Rock coming out of your crapper going on 3 weeks now? Now, I ain't saying I'm Shakespeare. I'm trying to run a respectable theater. I got working folk coming in from Port Neptune trying to catch a little diversion. And all they can think about is the stink coming out of your shitter. Get it fixed.
Careful now. Would you kindly lower that weapon for a minute? You think that's a child down there? Don't be fooled. She's a little sister now. Somebody went and turned a sweet baby girl into a monster. Whatever you thought about right and wrong on the surface, well, that don't count for much down in Rapture. Those little sisters, they carry Adam, the genetic material that keeps the wheels of Rapture turning. Everybody wants it, everybody needs it.
You know, I never realized how much exposition dump there is in the beginning of this game. There's a lot of talking. It's all really cool. I love it. Ooh, girl gets pistol whipped. Yeah, hit him with the chair. You're fucked. Boom! Oh my god. If he wasn't dead now, which he certainly is, he is now.
That's the Big Daddy. She gathers at him. He keeps her safe.
Super cool. Love the introduction to the Big Daddies. Alright, and we're gonna explore more of Rapture on the very next episode of... I almost called this Legend of Zelda because I'm so used to saying that. The next episode of Cyberphile's Let's Play of Bioshock. See you next time. Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more Cyberphile content. And if you like this video, show me with that little thumbs up button. If you liked this video, you might like one of my other videos. You can click right on the boxes to jump to them. Cyberphile, offline.